Are AI tools making us stupider? That is the topic of today's TRED Talk. And quite honestly, I think it's asinine. What we do with the tool is what determines whether or not we are stupider or more intelligent. I read an article that was focused on this idea based on a study that suggested people who were utilizing AI tools to search and find answers for homework had a more shallow understanding of the homework. This is based in an educational setting, than those who did quote-unquote traditional search. Yeah, I get it, and that's probably true in the study, but it's almost like saying it's just old school. It's just the teacher needs to adapt the assignment in such a way that forces the individual doing the assignment to think critically. Now, in my time managing restaurants, what we would do very actionably is ask questions in a way that force the individual to think and consider. So you may have a bunch of teachers that really actually have to change their lesson plan for the first time in 25 years to allow for the fact that things are changing and tools are available to everybody, including you, that are able to provide you information more quickly. So if you want to create an assignment that is going to ultimately achieve the goal or result of a student having a deep understanding, you need to think critically about what it is that causes an individual to have a deep understanding ultimately. And then you need to build an assignment that does that. It doesn't need to be so simple as they need to Google search an answer and search and read through text, because that's easy for you to put together as an assignment. Hey, go search and figure out what this is. I mean, ChatGPT could tell you to do that if you want to learn about something in this day and age. So if you're going to be an educator, if we're going to have education systems, we need to think about how we can create circumstances that drive people to having a deep understanding. That's quite literally the difference between a good and a bad teacher. Now, the fact that AI or the internet or cell phones exist, I mean, you're still either a good or a bad teacher, and the way that you're either a good or a bad teacher is the results that you get from your students. And if you're here and you want to improve that, and you're noticing, my homework assignments aren't getting them there, well, then maybe you need to adjust and not just bitch about some uncontrollable thing that's a function of the evolution of technology. So that's what I think about that. Tell me if you think that I'm wrong, and quite frankly, let me know what you think we do need to do in the education system. I'm of the mind that it doesn't need to be changed as much as we think. I think you can go into a lot more depth because of this type of thing. So let me know what you think.